Okay, everybody, it is over. We have finished the 10-day charity cycle and we have visited all 20 of the Premier League stadiums of the 2012-2013 season. And all the hard work has paid off because we finished, and what a feeling at the end. I mean, I mentioned in the previous video how good it feels when you finish these sort of challenges, when you finish these charity events, and I'm just so grateful and so glad that we had to and got to experience that feeling again today. It's something that has happened to me a couple of times now in my life, and to be able to share that with the guys, the team that just completed this challenge with me, the whole support crew and Dean and Sam as well, and both support crews, the first set for the first 5 days, and then the second team. So we had Ivan there, Liz was there, Vicky was there, Lorraine was there, and of course the riders as well. And it was brilliant. We had all our friends and family, and our girlfriends were there as well, and partners, and it was just amazing. And we came into St Mary's down the avenue in Southampton. If you know that road, then you'll know that it's mostly downhill. So it was really cool, really nice cruisy finish. And we definitely picked the best place to finish because we had the support there, and it was a nice, easy ride in. Quite interesting today is that we started in Reading, and we came through sort of Whitchurch into Andover, and we came past. We went through town centre of Andover and out. But today, when we started the ride, it was actually probably one of the most hilliest rides that we've done, kind of up and down, because it was kind of back roads, and we knew the area well. We took routes that we knew were good roads to ride on, but we underestimated the hills. So I mean, our legs were screaming, our quads were killing us. After 10 days of cycling, it was probably our fastest cycle because we had such like adrenaline just pumping through us, ready to like take us over the finish line. We had adrenaline to take us into Andover, and we saw that first sign to Andover. It was just amazing. It was nice to feel like safe again, like to be close to home. And it was interesting because we were kind of riding on roads that we would have trained on for this challenge. So it was a nice way to wrap it up, really. And when we came out of Andover, we went through Stockbridge and Romsey, and that's kind of a personal favourite training route for me, so I loved that. And the hills again were pretty testing, pretty tough, but we just drove it out, we stuck it out, and we got to Southampton. We got to about 4 miles away from Southampton within like half an hour of when we were supposed to be there. So we told everybody that we'd be there at 3, but we got there about 2:30, so we had to kind of wait at the side of the road to kind of keep ourselves from being too early. So we wanted to be a little bit fashionably late to make sure that people were there for us in time for us to see us over the line. And what was great was that the guys are so brilliant down at the line. They set up an actual finish line for us, which was really good. Hi, Kel. Kelly's there in the background, just sorting out our food for the evening. And yeah, they had a finish line there for us. It was great, and we got to cross the line, and they had champagne, and we got to spray that all over the place, and we got to finally have that nice cold bottle of Peroni, which we've been sort of waiting for, and one of the drives that kept us going towards the end there. So yeah, it's been really hot again today, and when we waited at the side of the road just to kind of keep ourselves amused, we sort of got ourselves into a position where we could get a bit of sun. I think someone was under a parasol though because it was a bit too hot for them, but that's okay, each to their own. So yeah, we flew into Southampton like a bunch of pterodactyls, hungry pterodactyls, ready to have that big feed at the end, that big excitement. And we got in there, and it was just amazing, great feeling. And now it's back to reality. So we finally got our lives back. I think I finally remembered who I am and what I do for a living, because all we kind of knew before was just our bikes. So that's nice. This is kind of like the last supper, and then it goes back to reality tomorrow morning, back to work, back to normal training again. I'm probably not going to go on the bike for a while. I think that's kind of the general consensus amongst all of us that have been cycling. Although I'm going to commit to doing more cycling and not leaving it so long this time. It's been a hell of a journey. It's been emotional. We've had ups and downs amongst the team, amongst the routes that we've taken, and the stadiums have been so impressive, and really, really impressed with the ones that let us come in and have a look and take photos. So a massive, huge shout out to Manchester United, to Chelsea, to Swansea, to Norwich for their customer service in the shop, to Queen's Park Rangers, to West Ham, to Arsenal. Who else do I need to shout out to? Fulham. I don't think I've missed anyone out from the list. People that have been exceptional. These guys have been exceptional for us. Their hospitality was brilliant. They let us have a look around. At the least, they let us take great photos inside the stadium. Unfortunately, some of the other clubs I haven't mentioned, perhaps we arrived a little bit too late or the wrong time, or they just wouldn't let us in. So if you weren't on the list, you should be ashamed of yourselves, Premier League clubs. But those that let us in, thank you so much. Thank you to all the drivers. I mean, there were some crazy drivers out there, but most of the traffic were good to us. Let us pass, let us pull out when we needed to. London was a bit scary, but yeah, we're here now, safe and sound. And I was honestly quite worried at the beginning for our safety, because the roads are crazy, and we were riding on A roads. It was very busy, and anything could have happened, you know. But we've done it now, and it is a very risky journey. All it takes is one swerve for a pothole, or one driver on their mobile phone, or just a slight slip of concentration, and you know, that's it. I mean, cars coming past us at 70 miles an hour, literally here on the A roads, so fast you get like blown from the wind, the force of them going past. They're that close. So I'm very grateful to be here again in my flat at home with Kelly, just safe and sound. It was great to see my mum and dad at the line, and everybody else there that was there, and all of our friends and family. It was incredible. So that's the end of another challenge, and you know, charity is something that these sorts of challenges for charity is something that I believe everybody should, you know, do on whatever scale is appropriate. But I think the key message for me is to try and do something every couple of years that puts you outside of your comfort zone. I said that right at the beginning, and you know, this has been another one of those things. 10 days long, this challenge is quite a long, big commitment. I'm not sure how I'm going to quite match this next time, but I'm sure that I can probably think of something. And I'm going to be looking to do something again soon. Whether it's going to be cycling, I don't know. I'm quite keen on maybe doing something a little different this time. But this has been an amazing experience. Not been easy, not been fun the whole time. We've had to keep ourselves amused quite a lot by playing stupid games, like the initial game, which is where you have to think of 5 celebrities with the same initials. And that kind of passed a lot of time. We've also amused ourselves with stupid jokes, and the support crew have been amazing to put up with our banter the whole way through. So, you know, it's been quite low at some points, quite desperate, but we had to keep ourselves entertained and to make it all kind of pass over as quick as possible, really. So you can still donate and sponsor us. It's www.charitygiving.co.uk/Premiership cycle. If you've watched all the videos, then you've put up with me talking for absolutely ages each time. Thank you for doing that. And again, thank you if you have donated. We really do appreciate it, because it's making us feel so proud of ourselves and proud of each other when we see those donations coming through and we see that money pot rising. It all goes to 3 great charities: Jamie G Sporting Trust, Countess of Brecknock Hospice, and Motor Neuron Disease Association. So huge thank you to everybody that supported us on this journey. And it isn't too late. You can still donate at any point. So if you haven't done so, then that's it. There's no more updates on this particular subject from me. It's been an absolute pleasure sharing it with you, and the number of you that have said that you've been watching these has really kind of made me feel like it's more worthwhile for what we're doing here. And I hope that doing these videos has increased the amount of donations that we've got, increased the awareness of what we're up to. That's the reason for doing these. Alrighty, it is the end now. That's day 10, just under 1,000 miles cycled in 10 days, 20 stadiums, 3 great charities, and that is all from me. Until next time, thank you very much, and goodbye.